Hey guys, this is your friend Iggy back again. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to put together the Ulikit modern computer desk L-shaped corner desk over here in this corner. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be going over each and every bit of this instruction manual, step 1 through the very end. So in each section, so section 1, I'm going to be showing you guys a screenshot of that section, and then I'm going to walk you through it and then go on to the next section and so on. Alright, so in this very first section, we're going to be putting the feet on each and every piece that requires the feet. So I'm going to start off with piece number 4, and the feet are part E, so just screw them on. I did not have a workbench until I actually looked around my house, and I kind of found this, and it worked out great. So, and we were just about to throw this away or give it to somebody, but it works out great for me. Okay, so then we're also going to put them on part number 12 and part number 13. I'm going to keep the wrapper on it just for now. That way I don't forget exactly what piece this is when I need it later on. Mind you, it will have feet unlike the other pieces, but that goes the same for every other piece in the set as well. Alright, so let's move on to segment 2. Alright guys, in section 2, we're going to be attaching number 4 to number 12 with the number 6 bar using the B screws and the screwdriver. Alright, so we're going to be moving this over here. Okay, now one thing to realize is this is going to have little holes on the bar itself. Make sure the holes are sticking outwards and inwards. So, for example, this part of the bar of 4 is going to be outwards. Okay, so now when I screw this in, the holes are going to be facing away from me and towards me. Actually, it's probably going to be better just to lay it flat like this. Alright, so now we have that. That's part 2. So let's move on to part 3. Alright, so now in part 3, we're going to be attaching part 8 to 12 and to 4, and then also part 9 only into 4 here. Now, here's a part that is a little upsetting. From the beginning, I said that all the tools you need are going to be included, and they basically are. This is missing a rubber mallet. This says use a rubber mallet. I don't have a rubber mallet, so I'm going to have to pound it down. Alright, so just going to lay it down here, and now we're going to attach part 8. I'm going to put part 9 down just for right now. So this is the part, this part right here is going to be attaching to this part right over here, and this is the part where you're going to need to pound it down a little tiny bit. So I'll screw it in first. And I'll bring you in a minute so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is the part I'm talking about. You see, now we kind of have to pound that together here. So that's going to take me a minute, and you'll see a little bit of it. So here we go. Alright, so let's see. It says we're going to need to pound it. Let's see, and I might shake the camera a little bit. Just trying to get it perfect. So I pounded it in, but it's not perfect. And I don't think with a rubber mallet it would have been perfect either. Give me a second while I straighten this up. Alright, so I was able to actually pound it into place. Looks pretty good. So let's move on to step number 4. Alright guys, so in step number 4, we're going to put number 13 into number 5, which is the same thing as number 4, connecting it with part number 7 and screw B. Alright, so we've already basically all done this before. And remember, keep the holes facing towards and away from you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hang this one off the table a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to bring you guys down on the floor. I ran out of table space, which is why you need a good bench. So one sec. Alright guys, in step number 5, we're going to need these little ends here. Then we're going to need 2 of the A screws. Then we're going to need part number 10 and part number 11, these bars here. Okay, so let's start putting those together. So the part that's going to be joining from the back here to this piece here is going to be number 11. Okay. Now since joining this piece right over here to this piece right over here is a little bit difficult, I'm going to go ahead and join these 2 pieces over here first and then have these kind of sort of come into place. And this is another piece that says it needs a mallet, but they don't include one. Then you're going to need the little wrench, and they include as well as the screwdriver. I'm just putting the screw in here. It requires 2 of those screws along with 2 of those little nuts. Alright, and then we're off to this part again. Joining these 2 pieces. I'm not awfully comfortable with it, but it works. This one was a lot easier. Actually, I didn't even need to pound it. A lot easier to put together than the last one. So now I'm just going to tighten these. I didn't tighten them before because I wanted to make sure that end was perfect. kind of just put the wrench in place and then screw it in. All right. Now we're going to be putting the bar number 10 on this other side over here. Now, this bar is not going to have anything on this end, so for that I'm going to move over to part number 6. Okay, so in section number 6, we're going to be attaching bar number 9 from here to here. Then we're going to be attaching bar number 10 from here into bar number 9. So to make this a little bit easier, I'm first going to be doing bar number 9. Okay. So we're gonna have to. Hey guys, so Ulikit loved the unboxing video so much. While I was editing this video, they emailed me 10 coupon codes for 50% off on this desk right back here, or the one that you see in this unboxing video. They loved it so much. So if use this code, you'll see right below me. If that code is already taken, tell me in the comments below and I'll throw out another code. Do it quick though, because if you don't get that code, somebody else might grab it and then you're out of code. But then, you know, just let me know and I'll get you guys a code. I only have 10 and they're gonna last till the middle of September. I don't have an exact date, middle of September. All right, so jump on it quick, get it while you can, 50% off, pretty sweet. The link is in the description below or in the pinned comment below. Jump on it quick, guys. Not much time left. Space the two portions that we've already built a little bit away from each other. Okay, and then it's going to be fitting right into here. So I'm going to slide this right over here to the end of bar number 9. Okay, and that was actually incredibly easy. And now we're going to be attaching bar number 10 from all the way over here, all the way to bar number 9. For this one, I do need to push it down a little bit, so one sec. All right, not much. So that was actually a lot easier than it looked like. All right, so let's move on to step number 7. All right, guys, so in step number 7, we have to connect, and this one just looks a little bit crazy out there. We need to connect these longer bars to the longer side of this desk, and then the shorter bars to the shorter side of the desk. And this is why I was saying to keep the holes on the outside facing towards you and facing outwards, because now this is where that's going to come into play. So first off, let's go ahead and just put these bars down on the ground. Okay, and for this one, we're going to need 6 of these little guys. 2, we're going to need 2 of these little guys. Then we're going to need 8 of these little guys, A. And then we're going to need 10 of these little guys, the D's. All right, the M6. So we'll get started. We're going to be putting it on the outward hole here, down to the hole here, and it's going to line up pretty nicely. Okay, right there. And actually, so this one doesn't fall out like it just did. I'm going to go ahead and screw this in just as a pilot so it doesn't go anywhere. Right there. And then as another pilot right over here. Okay, and this is where we're going to be using that wrench again and the screwdriver they provided. So just place the wrench here to hold it in place and screw this all the way in. And then the same thing right over here. So these bars are going to help a little bit in the structural integrity of this. Okay, now we're going to be doing the same thing, and it's kind of going to go crisscross over the other bar. Alright, now we're going to bring it around and go to the other side. Alright, now we're going to be using the C-screws with the caps right here in the center just to join everything. Alright, so now let's do the other side, so one sec. Alright, so we'll be using the shorter sides here. Perfect. Alright, so let's just make sure we're done with everything there. Alright, so now we're going to move over to step number 9. We're going to skip step number 8 just for now. You can see that right here. Step number 8 is showing to put the actual tabletops on here. Problem is, if I put the tabletops, you guys can't see what I'm doing. So let me go ahead and do step number 8 after I do step number 9. So let's go to step number 9 now. Alright, now for step number 9, we're going to go ahead and put these bars right here. We'll start with bar number 14. There's 2 pieces in that bar. So just going to set it here for right now and screw it into one side. So this is great. It's I thought there was going to be a piece missing here, like support right here, but this little bar is exactly what it needs. Perfect. And now the second bar is going to go right down here. Let me adjust the camera. Alright, so now we're done with step number 9. So let's go ahead over onto step number 8. I love it that we got to do it backwards. Alright guys, so the parts that should have been in step number 8 is going to be just putting this over here. Then popping this guy right over here, and then after that we're going to go ahead and screw the underside in. So just make sure you have the screw holes on these boards facing down. So now you are going to get under the desk with me now. So let's do this. There's going to be, for example, this screw hole, that one, and that one. All these that we're gonna have to screw in, and mind you, I've already done that one, but there's a bunch down here. There's gonna be 11 actually that we need to screw in down here, and rather than have you sit here and wait as I do it with each and every one of those screws, all 11, with a little teeny tiny screwdriver, I'll go ahead and fast forward and you guys will see the next step. Alright, be right back. Alright, step number 10. You're done. So now that you're done, table all put together, and everything looks just like this. Well, because this is the table, so it looks exactly like this. As I mentioned before, the little X's you see down there and over there, they're for support, for additional support. So, you know, you could throw things in like this, full gaming PC, and well, you could throw in things like this, a monitor, and if you want to complete the picture, you throw in one of these guys. And let me put it a little bit better. Sorry, I got the sun in the background, but it shouldn't mess up too much. But, so mind you, this is just a quick demonstration of everything you can put on your desk. You put in whatever you want to put in, but this is right now an empty PC. I am going to build a PC into it so I can have one PC in my office over there and one PC in my office over here. That way, you know, it'll be a little bit easier to record and do different things. Alright guys, hope I helped you out. See you guys.